Let me say something that will make people uncomfortable. There's a popular pidgin proverb in Nigeria: monkey dey walk, baboon dey chop. Africa is feeding the world's most powerful digital companies and receiving a fraction of the ownership in return. For decades, global tech companies fought over America, Europe, and China. Those markets are now saturated, aging, and slowing down. So they turned south, and Africa, young, fast-growing, and underregulated, became the new prize. Over 646 million Africans are now online. That number will cross 1 billion within a decade. And every single one of those users is generating data, attention, and revenue, almost none of which stays in Africa. Take Meta, for example. Facebook has over 280 million users in Africa. WhatsApp dominates communication across Nigeria, South Africa, Kenya, and beyond. The pattern is clear. Africa generates the engagement. California keeps the profit. That's the same story with Google. They control Android, which powers over 80% of Africa's smartphones. YouTube, the continent's largest video platform, and Google Search, which is how most Africans access the internet. Then there's TikTok, exploding across Africa, especially among young users. Nigerian creators are generating billions of views, but the platform is owned in Beijing, audited in Singapore, and taxed nowhere near Africa. The plain truth is this: Africa isn't just valuable because of its users, it's valuable because it has no defenses yet. In Europe, tech companies face GDPR, antitrust investigations, multi-billion-dollar fines, and years of regulatory friction. In Africa, regulation is still being written, and global companies can simply race in before the rules catch up. Uber could enter African cities rapidly because regulatory barriers were lower. Netflix invested in African content because it needs future subscribers. Starlink is blanketing the continent with satellite internet because whoever controls African internet access controls Africa's digital future. China understood this in 2000. That's why they built the roads, the ports, and the rails. The West is just not realizing they let China get ahead, and they're sprinting to catch up. But catching up for whom? For Africa or for themselves? Here's the uncomfortable question nobody is asking loud enough. If Africa generates the culture, the users, the data, and the growth, why does Africa own none of the platforms? Don't get me wrong, we want global businesses to expand into Africa, and we welcome foreign investment. I have a business built on that, but we also want Africa to be factored in. Foreign capital is needed and welcome, but there is a difference between investment that builds African capacity and extraction that builds foreign empires on African soil. The billion-dollar question isn't just what should Africa do to take control anymore. The question is, does Africa even realize it's in a race it's already losing? Because if Africa doesn't build its platforms, especially in the content creation industry, it will forever be the content, the raw material, the market, not the owner. Did you know Africa's digital economy is projected to reach $712 billion by 2050? African-founded platforms exist, but foreign platforms capture 3 times the users and nearly all the revenue. History is watching. Don't forget to tag, comment, or share. I'm Ayo Akindele, and I believe in Africa.